talk a lot about planning and I guess getting involved early and kind of working with the right professionals. So, what types of questions do you like to be asked, or do you want your clients to ask you?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think sometimes, especially first timers, they're very nervous to ask questions. I encourage it. I don't like doing mortgages for people who don't really want to necessarily proceed. I want people to be really comfortable and happy with what they're doing. It's a huge purchase. First question I would always ask any mortgage person, realtor, tell me a little bit about your experience. Tell me about you. Tell me about how long you've been in the industry, right? Find out who you're working with. And I think it's such a tough question to ask, but it's so critical. So ask that question, right? Ask them about how do you handle, how do you work with your clients for years down the road? What's your plan? How do you plan out everything years down the road, right? I think that's really important. Ask them, and this is also really critical, are you going to work the same hours as my realtor?
Hmm.
Okay. And just wait and see what happens. Because I think anytime you have a mortgage person and a realtor and a home inspector and a lawyer, and they're all on the same team, that has to benefit you as the client. So if you are a mortgage person, a realtor, or whoever, who is not available when you need at 10:30 at night when you're around remember back in the day when you were around a kitchen table doing an offer, right? I date
Oh yeah.
myself a little bit, right? But you need
Yep.
to know that they're available for you, right? So I would experience is one. The second point is around, do you actually plan this, or are you a one-trick pony? And the third one is, do you work the same hours as the agent that referred me to you? And just see what happens, right? I think those are the biggest things.
No, fair enough. And you're right. I think especially on the hours that they work, just not that you expect somebody to work all hours of the day or night, but just to be available when you do run into problems, when you do have questions, and when we're sitting at the kitchen table. Although it's nice that we can do a lot of things through DocuSign now and not have to sit in our car and go back and forth. But yeah, sometimes you do need to know, hey, like, do we qualify if we go up a little bit? Can we push this closing and still have the rate hold guaranteed? And you may need an answer on that question at 7 o'clock at night. And so
Yep,
knowing that you don't have to wait for a branch to open in the morning
that's
is
right.
a peace of mind for sure for